Hey guys, how you doing? Today is Saturday. No, I'm sorry, it's not Saturday. Usually I do these on Saturday. Today is the day before 4th of July. Markets closed early, so I have some time on my hand. And I was going to make a little YouTube videos for those of you who've been asking. So I'm going to do a basics today of support and resistance and how this idea of support and resistance. And when you get your support and resistance down, how you can make really, really good money off of the trade, off of support and resistance, as long as you know your levels and anticipate your levels holding or your levels rejecting. So, in order to be successful, you need to anticipate what the market is doing. You'll never know, but you could always anticipate. Okay, so basically, what we will go over today is just basic support and resistance lines. And for those of you that don't know what a support line is, so when you see the price, which are these bars, come down to a certain level and bounce, it's usually bouncing off some type of support. So whether it bounces here, bounces here, bounces here, bounces here, these are certain levels of support. Okay, so it comes back up here and it stops here. That's a certain level of resistance. So right here, it stopped here, and that was a level of resistance. So that was a level of resistance now. Okay, then it came down here, it bounced here, right off this red line, which is the 200-day moving average. So that was its support. Okay, so we had some bounce here as well. Let's see, and then come up here, and then we have this resistance right here. Okay, so then we could put this resistance level here. Okay, then we have some support right here. Okay, so you could see as this resistance and then the support, this resistance, and breaks through again. Then we have some support right here, which is also the 100-day. Okay, bounces up from there, breaks through these resistance, comes up, comes back down, and bounces on the 200-day again, which establishes support at these levels. Okay, so now we can see more clearly where our support lines are and our resistance lines, as this previous support is now resistance and a difficulty for price to come up. But once that price comes up, that resistance becomes support. Support, and then when it's broken through, it becomes resistance again. Okay, and this is the daily chart. So any support and resistance lines that will be on your daily chart are going to be very good support and resistance lines, because as you can tell by all these lines that we put on, we could do some more resistance lines here. You could see that price throughout this whole time, since this time, this time, this time, it's been respecting all those levels throughout its period of time. Okay. So now, how can we use these to make money? Well, very simple. So you identify your your support and resistance lines, where you could edit these, right? Edit properties. Okay. You say resistance. Okay. And you could change it to whatever color you want. So that as resistance. Okay. And if your price is above, like here, you can put support / resistance. And you could change that color if you want. So if price is above it, it's support. If price is below it, it's resistance. Right here, price never got above it. This is just resistance. Down here, price never got below it. So this is just support. Okay, that's just support. Okay, and go support, resistance. Okay, and here you want to know how often your support is touched, because you want to gauge how strong your support is, right? So this support was touched almost once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost 11 times, and it held every single time, right? So it held every single time, and that's great support, right? And it bounced pretty high every single time. So we know that's good support. That's great. Okay. So now we gauge the next one. Bounced up. That's pretty good. This one didn't hold. Okay. And then didn't push through that much resistance. Again, just kind of going through this one, not really holding as well. So even though 265.90 is a support and resistance line, it looks like it doesn't hold as well as others hold. Okay, so we look at 273.28, and that was good resistance and not so much good support on this one. Good resistance and not good support on this one. Good resistance, and now it's becoming good support on this. But remember, we look at our past and see, okay, it wasn't good support here, wasn't good support here. Okay, I need to be cautious at this area, because I know it's great resistance. But when it comes to supporting my level, it's not that strong. Okay, so as it's here, it bounced twice, but I'm on caution. Okay, then we look at this level and we say, all right, it was good resistance, and then it was good support. Okay, it hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 times this was support. So that's good support. And every time it kind of went in this area, it pushed higher. Okay. So we know this one is better support than the 273.28. So we want to note that. So support, so times 2, as it is stronger support times 2 as it's stronger than our regular support. All right. Okay, this is the daily. And also we have the 100-day. So this orange line is the 100-day. So this orange line is at this support. So that's an additional support. So then we change our support times 2 and we place support times 3, as we have not only stronger support than this area, but we have our moving average here that has been acting as support as well. So that will be another case for support. Okay, so now we have support times 3 here, as it's shown that it is very good support and it's shown that it's good resistance, but stronger support than resistance, as this line here is stronger resistance than support. So that we now know if 273.28 breaks, then it's more likely that 270.11 is going to hold, judging from our past price action. We know that 273.28 doesn't like to hold support, it likes to hold resistance. And 270.11 doesn't like to hold resistance, but it likes to hold support. Okay, so these were our daily resistance. Okay, so resistance, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support, and support times 3. Okay, so we have that. So now we go to our lower time frame, our 5-minute chart, and we see here that we came up and we came down pre-market and we bounced off of our support and resistance of 273.28 and rallied up about $3, which is a big move, almost $4. Okay, and then we sold off, came back down, and now we're at that level again. So either we do the same thing and rally back up, or this support is weak, as we've seen in the past, and it breaks down. Okay, so now we look at what are the chances of this breaking down. So we look at the move. Okay, this went high, 276.82, dropped steeply, and then ran up to about the same level, 276.80 level, and then it went all the way up to 277 and then came falling down and came up, then came falling down. Okay, so this here looks like one shoulder, this over here looks like a head, and this looks like another shoulder. So that could be a possible head and shoulders setting up to push this down. And if you guys don't know what a head and shoulder pattern is, it is basically increase in price and then a drastic decrease in price, hitting a certain point and then increasing that price more than the previous increase of price, and then drastically falling back down to a certain level, then increasing price not as high as this previous level, and then decreasing to that point again as to where it breaks through and falls down. Okay, so going back to our daily chart, we see our levels here. We see, okay, we're at this support resistance line right now. If it's holding, then we could possibly buy. Okay, but it doesn't have a great history of holding support. It has gaps, right? Big candles down. So we're on caution here. Even though it's holding here, which is great news, we're still considerate of the past. And we know that 270.11 would be a more likely candidate to buy. If it's getting there, probability of us buying and making money from there are higher than us buying here and making money. Okay, so let's go through the day and see how we can make money with these levels. Okay. So the day starts off and we already gapped down. If you could see from the pre-market, we closed here at 274.71 and we opened here at 273.43. So we gapped down almost $1. Okay. And we're at our support line here. So it's trying to hold. So as of right now, it looks like it's a good support area. So now we're having a big red candle down. With all of our indicators telling us that current price action is bearish. The sellers are in control. So in order for support on the daily to get broken through, you need a big red candle. You need a big red candle up, and if you're below it, you need a big green candle through it. So here is providing you a big red candle through it. So we kind of already anticipated this move because we knew 273.28 was not that great of support. It's great resistance, but not as great of support. Now, if this candle closes below, What we want to see is we want to see the price come back and test that level and see if that area is acting as resistance now, as it was support. Let's see if it comes back and tests that area to see if it's resistance now. And if it is resistance and fails, that's when you go to the put side and you get your puts. Now, if it comes back and tests this area and it pushes through and it's successful, then you get out. Now, if this is so weak in the market that it comes down, breaks through, and continues down, you can get in puts, but this would be your stop loss if you got above there. I would like to see a back test and fail, but sometimes it doesn't give it to you. The market can be so weak that you don't get it. But let's see. Yeah, so the market's pretty weak. Doesn't look like it wants to give that back test and fail. Just wants a fall. So now on our daily chart, we don't have any support until the 270 area. And that's going to be our buy zone. So when it hits that area, we want to buy. But we're $2.30 away from that area. So we can get inputs here, as all of our indicators are showing that the sellers are in complete control. Volume, squeeze, DMI, CCI, RSI, everything's showing you that the sellers are in complete control. Price action. This was a bearish engulfing of this candle, and then a big break of support resistance. Now this move right here, 373.56 all the way down to 272.06. It's a $1.50 move. It's a big move within 30 minutes with a gap down. Gives you an idea of how weak the market is. So typical price action, markets don't go all down, they don't go all up. They go down, consolidate, down, consolidate, down, consolidate, up, consolidate, up, consolidate, up, consolidate, up. So this is on a downtrend, consolidating now. So just because it broke this 273.28 doesn't necessarily mean it's going to 270 today, but our next major buy zone is 270, which is now $2 away. So after this candle, it just continued to die off. It's at 271 now. Okay. So as this continues to die because of tariff news or whatever the political news is that's causing the markets to sell off, that's completely fine. This is our area of interest because we done our homework and we put our support and resistance lines up. We knew this was support but not strong, and it broke that, and it's showing that that definitely wasn't strong support. Now it's coming down and it's coming towards our major support, which is times 3. So remember, not only do we have great support from many candles previous at this level, but we also have our 100-day moving average at this level. Right here on this bounce, we had our 50-day moving average from the daily. And that's where that bounced. Okay, so right here at the 270 level is going to be our buy zone. So edit that, support times 3, buy zone. Okay, this is our buy zone. So we want to buy in this price zone. Do we have to buy exactly on it? No. But we want to buy it very, very close to this area because we know that this is support and that it will hold that support. So if you want to get a swing, which is what I would suggest that you do on buy zones, you would get a swing 1 to 2 weeks out, because even if it dips lower, chances are support times 3 in a buy zone, whether it dips lower or not, that it will come back up soon and then continue up. as these levels tend to hold. So I'm showing you guys this trade because this is actually a trade that I did, a trade that I posted in the group, a trade that maybe quite a number of you were on with me and made some good money. So we want to wait until it tests that support, and then we could buy. So you could already see that as it gets near this support, more buyers are coming in than previously. Did we miss the boat? I don't know. It could get 20 cents away and then shoot up. That could be how strong this buy zone is. Or this could be a fake out and we could still hit it. So if you would have gotten a small position here, you would have had a 60-cent move in 5 minutes. It's a pretty big move. I would still wait a little bit. And let's see if this bounces here or if it turns. So it does bounce. But then it turns. Okay, now here, even though it's under support, it hasn't hit this support in a while. And it's a major buy zone. So you want to buy your swings. Seven days out, it's 270. So you want to buy your 270 swing. Okay. So you got your 270 calls for a week out. Now, if it closes under 270 for the day, you would maybe be worried. So you want to see that the price gets above 270, even if it goes down and consolidates for a little bit or stays here at 270, you just want it above 270 by close. So it stayed below a little bit. It got above. So it bounced off of the support. So it bounced here, broke through, then came back, bounced again, and you can see that it's holding that support. Maybe it tries it again. So it does try it again, right? So it already bounced to 1, 2, 3, 4, attempting a 5th time. And it broke through. So it broke through and it went lower. But you're not worried because you know that this support is not going to get broken on the first try because it's major support. Still below it. Now it's acting as resistance. But remember, it's not strong resistance, it's strong support, as in the past. So it might get rejected a little bit. But now is closing above our 270 as we anticipated. Okay. And our target is going to be this resistance area because we know that's good resistance, not good support. So it closed at 270.80, but all we needed it to do was close above 270, and it did that. So we're good. So then the next day, we come in and our price target is 273.28. So our buy zone was 270. Now our price target is 273.28. And we're uptrending. It looks good. Okay, we already have our contracts in from yesterday. It's on its way to test that resistance. And we know that's good resistance. So we are going to sell in that area. Okay, so it's not getting there today, but we know it wants to get there. Okay, so we're going to have to see the next day. Okay. So here we go. So it couldn't get there on this day. It got to 272.50. Okay, and then it oh okay. Let's see, fast forward there. Okay, we're on our way to our price target. Okay, so we're at our price target perfectly. So then we sell our trade. Okay, we sell our trade at our price target. And we did a perfect trade from our buy zone to our sell zone. And look at what happens when it hits our resistance. It sells off. Why? Because this is strong resistance, not strong support. Now, you can wait until this gets rejected, as it is now, and get confirmation. Confirmation would be about here. That would be confirmation. Break below this level would confirm that it's coming down. If it stays above this level, has a chance to go up. So let's see what happens. So it stayed above that level and it pushed up. So you wouldn't have gone short or bought puts. Okay, but if it came back, okay, it came back, it tested it, came back up. So now it's acting as support, but remember, this level is not strong support. Strong resistance. So just as our previous support broke through but then came back up, this resistance, although it's broken up, is possibly going to come back down. And it does come back down, and it hits this level that is our trigger to get puts, and then it breaks through here, and on this candle we can get puts. And it's back testing that same area. Now let's see if it fails and then continues down. Nope, it pushed through. To test that level again, and back test it and fail. Broke, came back tested, and failed. So you would get puts on this candle as a confirmation that we back tested and failed. If you got puts on this candle, you would be doing okay, as this resistance is strong resistance, not strong support. And the previous support was strong support, not strong resistance. And guess what? It's going all the way back down to that strong support again. from hitting that resistance. Okay, if you guys know where your strong support and where your strong resistance is, you can make these trades. You could make these calls from here and these puts from here and make money both ways, as long as you know what your areas are and what your levels are. Simple thing like that can make you money. But you have to figure it out where they are. Which ones are strong support? Which ones are strong resistance? Which ones are strong support and strong resistance? Okay? Because one of these is going to break. Is it going to be this one or is it going to be this one? Because it can't just stay in the middle. So either it breaks to the upside or it breaks to the downside. But it's not going to break on the first try. So it's testing that area again, 270. It's going to be the second time. Okay, so now it's breaking through. It broke through but came back up. So this would be another buying opportunity. Broke through. And closed below. So you would have got stopped out. Importance of knowing your levels can make you good money. Just knowing these two levels. And you can see on the daily chart, this got rejected. So this got rejected from the bottom, and then this one got rejected from the top. Shows you easily this was good support and this was good resistance. All right, guys. I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any questions, let me know. All right. Thanks.